Blessed greetings, everyone. How are you doing? One second. Blessed greetings, everyone. I don't think nobody is in here, so I'm just gonna wait a minute. Just give me a minute. I'm just kind of sharing this thing out. Yeah, I know. Yeah, so blessed welcome to you. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. I don't know who that is, but what are your views on the topic of today? You know, what are your views on children having certain toys to play with? You know, and I know not every child is the same, not every person is the same, so every child can't be the same. You know, but as far as like dolls, you know, the naked Barbie dolls and the Ken dolls and stuff like that, and the babies, you know, the baby dolls itself, you know, with pampers and bottles and all those type of things, you know, guns, you know, um, even the electronic games that they play, you know, like those violent games, Grand Theft Auto and other games, you know, like what are your views for children, and what ages should children play with certain games? Like what's your views on it? Kim, blessed greetings, my sister. How are you? Well, what I'm talking about is, you know, what are your views on um certain toys for certain children, or for children period, from toy guns to naked dolls, violent electronic games, PlayStation, Xbox games, those violent games, stuff like that, you know. Yeah, so that's the topic. Like, what do you think, Kim? Like, because the way I see it, and this is not for every child. It doesn't mean because you play with certain things you're going to definitely end up certain ways, but there is a percentage, and it's a high percentage of children that do end up, you know, becoming or wanting to be what they play with. Like for instance, okay, you have a child who gets toy guns all the time, or likes toy guns other more than they like the other game, the other toys and stuff like that. And they play with the toy, and they play cowboy, Indian, they play cops, robbers, all kind of different things, and they run around, pow pow, shoot, 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 shoot. And as a child, I did have toy gun, you know, and it never really was my thing too tough, but I've had a few toy guns, and I did not turn out to be a gunman or anything like that. You know what I mean? Or shooting anybody or anything like that. But I've in my adulthood, I've handled guns. You know. Now is that because of part of my past? I don't know. But you have some who they start off with the little plastic gun. You can't even do nothing. It may even be a wooden gun. It's just shaped in the form of a gun. And that enticed them, and then they're running around, pow, pow, pow. Now they kind of get sick of the pow, pow of making the noise themselves. So now you get guns that make the noise, and the kid doesn't have to say the pow, pow, you know? Then you get some that you can put little, not fire, like firecracker type thing in it, and it really sounds like a pow, you know? And then they say, well, I'm kind of bored of this, so that's when they start getting into electronic games and stuff like that. And out of all the games that they could choose to play with or play, they play games that have shooting in it, like, and then they probably get older and they end up, being involved in gun stuff. As for baby dolls, I kind of see like a lot of people who are young mothers, who become young mothers, and no, not every female or every male turns out to be like that. There is a percentage, and I'm just talking on. I'm not really talking about percentages on which is higher or which is more, or whatever. I'm just speaking on what are your views on this. Like, do you think it's wise to, buy naked dolls and buy dolls that can be naked, and baby dolls so that they could practice how to want to be a mother or a parent, and just things like that. Like, what's your views on it? some are not, well, no, most are not naked when you buy them, but they the clothes can come off of them. And most of the time when you do buy them, okay, they're brought with the clothes, you know. They get into the house, and most of the time those clothes don't stay on that dog. Again, this is not every child, this is not every person. I was bad. So I am one of that percentage of the kids that think certain ways and that are much smarter and aware of things that you might think that they don't know about. I used to play with guns. I've played with baby dolls. I've played with dolls. You know, the Ken and the Barbie doll. And I've done some things with them. When I realized, oh, the clothes can come off, and I see how Barbie's chest is, etc., etc., I put one on top of the other, and I was bad. I was bad from young. From young. I'm not proud of it, but I speak truth, and that's who I was. You know, I remember, like, you know, a lot of times you women, especially you women who are, you know, pretty or attractive and shape good, if you think that kid don't know that you shape good and you got nice bosoms and this and that and you're sadly mistaken. Because I remember being a kid, and I was so bad they used to call me Mr. Loverboy, because I was flirty, sort of kindish, but I also like to get the pickup. And I can lay down in their lap and put my head on their chest and my hand upon them. And because I'm a child, they're not paying no attention, but I feel up breast and all them things there from childhood. There are many like that. I'm telling you, if I was not one or used to be one, I would not be able to even believe or comprehend that a child would think things like that and do things like that. So what are you saying, my sis? Kim says, I don't like the violent games, but they're not going to be a criminal. It's all in their heads. True. And the type of influence they have in their lives. True. And may I add, in their homes. You know? And may I also add, in their homes. And give me a couple of minutes and let me go deal with this real quick. But yeah, it's not it's not everybody, and it is kind of in the mind. You know, it is kind of in the mind when it comes to some. In case you want, I'm just sitting, I'm baking some chicken and some rice. We're not baking the rice, but you know, and the rice is already done. See, and the chicken is here. Chicken and potatoes. But yeah, you know, Like you said, it's in the mind. So with it being in the mind, would that be safe to say that since it's in the mind already, let's say that child never got a toy gun, never had a toy gun. Does that still mean like they're going to constantly handle guns as they get older, or might not? Or does the toy gun influence and encourage for them to even want it even more and more? Or is it just a toy? And if it's just a toy, then why do they prefer the toy gun over a Blue's Clues doll, or an arcade game, or a dump truck, a train set? You know, there are many different type of toys. You know, and I know this live thing can be kind of slowish and delayish. So as I said, I was just sitting here. I'm gonna try to show you again. The camera can be funny. So that's the white rice and some baked chicken. I'm not sure if you can see that too good. Nothing big. Nothing big at all. Got about another 10 minutes maybe. Nowadays you never know. You're right about that. Right about that. Nowadays you never know. I'm just going to sit in my office, you know, in my man cave, so we can finish this conversation. I hope more can come on. It'd be nice. I know it's kind of early, a lot probably at work. But yeah, you're right. Nowadays, Kim, you never know. You never know. You never know what's on a person's mind nowadays. That's facts. That's facts. That is facts. I'm trying to invite some people or remind some people. I was actually running late myself. But yeah, um, I don't know. It can be tricky because, like I said, you say it depends on their mindset or frame of mind and the growing up in the home. and lives, you know, which is true, and it's not too much different from kind of what my views of it either. Blessed greetings. I don't know. I just saw two more people come in, so I don't know who else might be here, but blessed welcome. Feel free to leave your comment, you know, on his view. No view is wrong. The only thing that would be wrong is if you disrespect somebody else's view. You know, everybody has a right to express their feelings their way. You know, sort of, kind of, just as long as it's respectful. You know, don't cuss nobody or nothing like that. And most of the people who follow me or should be following me wouldn't be using certain disrespectful things anyways, you know, unless they were violated themselves. And I had to add that because that's me. You know, I won't disrespect anybody. I'll walk away from any confrontation that there is to walk away from, but if I'm violated, I will react in ways that people will say or question my relationship with God, you know. But when they do that, I just say, well, Jesus was one of the most holy people we've heard about. And so were a lot of his disciples. And if I'm not mistaken, one of his disciples cut off a soldier man's ear. Now, he cut off his ear because he didn't have a gun. In those days, they didn't have guns. So I'm quite sure if they had guns back then, he would have shot the soldier instead of cut off his ear. But does that make him any less holy or further away from God? I don't think so, and it doesn't say so. So, yeah. But that's off the topic. The topic is, what are your views on the toys that we allow our children to play with? What are your views? I need a stand. I need a light. You know, so what other views you have about, like, okay, what type of games do your kids or have your kids played with? Which ones do they prefer the most, or which ones do you allow them to get? What type of toys and what type of things like that have you gotten for your kids? And then how old are your kids from the time you got the toy and till they are now? And you know, like, but like just give, if you feel, give your input on your experience, or even your personal experience. Like, what type of toys did you have as a child, you know? And it even goes, this topic goes even further than just toys. It's also cartoons, TV shows that we watch or that the children are watching. I've seen some cartoon. I'm sleeping and I wake up during the night or whatever. Maybe to go use the bathroom, get something to drink, whatever, you know? And the kids are in their room and, they fall asleep with the TV on or whatever, whatever. So now you go in there and you notice some cartoon with up on the TV. They're not even discreetful with what they're doing. Cussing, sexual things, sexual gestures and slangs and all those things. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, I don't know. This society has my opinion. This society has done and is doing a lot to influence mankind into wrongdoings. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I personally won't buy toy guns. I'm not gonna buy a too much dolls neither, especially if the clothes can come off of the child. Have I brought those toys for? Yes, I have. You know, um, and it turned out kind of two different ways, because with one, she used to I used to get her like dolls, like baby dolls and stuff like that, where the doll talk, the doll pees, the dog cacas, the doll does all those things. You know what I mean? And she took care of that doll like it was her baby. She followed her mother footsteps kind of in a way. And when I say follow her footsteps, I mean like they'd be walking in the store and she have the baby in a stroller. Like just I don't know. And then now she get pregnant young. There was another one where because of the first, I was skeptical to get the baby doll. So I didn't want the girl to get the doll, but somehow down the line, she's a girl, somebody in the family, somehow she's gonna end up with a doll, and you can't really take back the toy, So she ends up with also a baby doll that kind of did the same thing as the other one, but not as much. But it was a baby doll, and she took care of that baby doll like it was her own baby doll. And she hasn't had any kids yet, and she's up there in age. So like I said, it's not everybody is the same. It's just, what are your views? Like, do you think they should make dolls with clothes that don't come off, or like should they have toy guns, especially in these days? Can having these toys be good influence for the kids? Can it teach them good things? Because you even have like toy stoves that can entice a child to want to cook. You have toys that actually do cook things. You know what I mean? Bless, welcome to you. I don't know who you are. I just see someone else just came in though. But bless, welcome to you. And if you'd like to join, I wish you would join and give me your views on what do you think about um certain electronic games that the kids play with, cartoons that they watch, TV shows that they watch, uh toy gun, naked dolls, like when I say naked dolls, they do sell dolls that are naked with no clothes on them. Some are in the package and the doll itself is naked and you have the clothes on another part of the toy, and some are just dolls but dressed. Most of the time you'll find the dolls with the clothes on. I think they kind of have to do that. I don't know how that runs, but most of the time that's how you will find the doll, is with the clothes on. But as I said earlier, yes, the doll is brought with the clothes on, but once the doll gets into the home, those clothes barely stay on that child. Or, I mean, not that child, on that toy. You know, and they claim, oh, the clothes are lost or this and that, and again, like I said, as a child, I remember playing with certain toys that now I would not recommend for children, but it's not every child that are influenced by these said things like toys and games and stuff like that. But there is a concerning percentage, and I'm speaking as one of those children who grew up now and looking back and saying, wow, like really? Or maybe it was just me. Maybe I'm the one out of the billion children that did some freaky nasty stuff as a child and all those things. Maybe, I don't know. 'So who's still there? If you're still there, can you type present? One minute, one minute. Jesse Simone, how are you? Bless welcome, sweetheart. How are you doing? How are you doing, babes? So you have children. What are your views on this topic here? Like, do you think it's wise for children to have, baby dolls with Pampers, and they urinate and caca and all those things, and you got to change diapers, and basically teaching a child, in my view of it, it's basically a form of teaching a child to be a mother or a father. And at the same time, when you teach them to be that, they kind of want that, especially if they themselves might feel like they're not getting the love that they want or deserve in the house. So they generate all that energy to that baby doll as something that's theirs. And as time go on, I think some of them tend to want one for their own. And I'm aware of the possibility that that can even happen without a child getting one of those dolls as a toy to play with. Toy guns. I think it entices a child to want to have a gun. That's just my view on it. What are your views on it? Nothing better. Well, yeah, there's a lot better. Cause you can give your time to God too. You know? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yup, yup, yup. Put me there, man. You all right? All right, pops. Yeah. So who's still in here? Simone, you gone? Kim, you gone? Sorry about that. It seems like when I'm not at work or not doing a LS, nobody don't really call. But as soon as I'm at work or as soon as I start going live, it's like that's when everybody wanna call. My crocodile tail. Natural way, Akadi. Blessed welcome, blessed welcome, blessed welcome to you. Did you get a chance to see the topic? And if you did, what's your views on it? If you didn't get a chance to see the topic is what are your views on children playing with toy guns, toy dolls, baby dolls, you know, watching certain cartoons, TV shows, those things. What's your view on it? So natural, you're still there. What's your view on it? Well, bless welcome. And who is that that just came in? Bless welcome to you. Bless welcome. If you got a chance to see the topic, it's what are your views on children having toy guns, toy dolls, stuff like that, certain cartoons that they watch. What kind of toys did you play with? And what kind of toys did you prefer to have? What kind of toys did you always want but you never got? Hello, Chrissy. How are you? Bless welcome. Dolls, yes, they can be fun. They can be pretty fun. Um, Sometimes they can be too little or too much fun. In my small little tiny opinion. Um, and why do they make dolls where the clothes can come off? What, to change the clothes? Well, what do you think happens to a child that has a pretty, I'm not going to really say fully mature mind, but is smarter than what you think they may be? You know, when they see that doll clothes come off, why? What do you think goes through their mind when they see the breasts and down there and stuff like that? You know, most dolls that they make nowadays, when it comes down to the private parts, they don't really make them with private parts, but they do have dolls with private parts. So why are they making these dolls for these kids? Why are they making these cartoons for these kids? These shows on TV for these kids, these electronic games for these kids, Grand Theft Auto and other games like that. Like, do you think that there's a good or a bad influence when it comes to toys? You know, like I said, maybe you, well, I'm not going to say maybe, but most likely you weren't here earlier when I was saying to someone, like, I'm not just speaking on views, your view, my view. I'm also speaking on experience, you know, because I was once a child and I've played with those type of toys before. And the mind frame that I was in at a very young age, almost everybody didn't have a clue about it, you know. So I would see these naked dolls and have them do, you know, adult things with each other as dolls. You know how you have two soldier guys? You got the two soldier dolls and chung 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 chung, and you're fighting with them and you're fighting and fighting. Well, I would kiss the dolls and get on them and do all those type of things. So if I did that, I'm sure there are other kids in the world who have done those things. So is it wise? Because you don't know what child is like that. Is that wise? You know, like I said, I've had certain toys, certain games, watched certain shows. And looking back now, if I was my parent and I knew that I was watching or doing those things with those toys, I would get in trouble, most likely, from a parent who cares and is sensible and mature enough, you know. I don't know, but what are your views? Like I said, there is no wrong view. An opinion is an opinion. So feel free to I would say voice, but unless you come live with me, you can't voice it. So feel free to type your opinion. You know. So you're saying, so Chrissy, you're saying true to what I'm saying, or what exactly are you saying true to? I'm assuming what I just said. You know, I know this LS thing. I've learned that it can have a delay to it. So I'm try my best to bear with it and work. Work with it. But yeah, you know, what I mean, you never really, you never know a child's mind, you know, and especially nowadays, children are much more smarter than what we tend to accept they are, you know. Bless welcome, Sean. Bless welcome. Bless welcome. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. I know you're out and about and you're doing your thing, but bless welcome and I appreciate you coming. But real quick, what are your views on this? Oh wow, you make dolls. That's good actually. That's good that you do something like that. You know, and that just shows you that I'm guilty of not going over to your to your place to check you out. You know, the way that I try to preach. And it's not that I don't do it, it's just it's so many people. It's hard to do everybody. And then at times you kind of forget all the people that you are, you know, family with. So but I'm gonna, what did I do? I know I had it somewhere. So what I did, I started to basically write people down so that I can go to them and return, even though we're family, because it's not just about the S's, you know. 27. So I just added you to my list. And please, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. You know, I see some people even coming on my video uploads, and they comment and they come faithfully. You know, shoot, Jesse Simone is one of them, and even Shanna Mark, and I don't get the chance to go over to them as often as they come over to me, which I feel bad about that, and I need to fix that. You know, but yeah, Shan, what's your view on toy dolls, toy guns, toy baby dolls, violent games, you know, things like that? Like even there's a new game now, and adults play it too. But there's a new game. I'm not really into games like that, so I may be calling these games a little wrong. But Xbox and I think PlayStation, you know, they have games like Call of Duty. Now, I don't recommend anyone go to the service or the military, especially the U.S. military or nothing like that. That's just my views. But the service has its being in the military does have its good about it. You know, so the military is good in a way. You know, but Call of Duty is basically like a military thing. And in real life, the military is there for purposes. It's there for certain purposes. And they are each uh service is called for its required duty, whether it be Navy SEALs, the Marines, the Army, you know, you have different ones. So the Marines, you know, they have different ones. So in Call of Duty now, it looks like you're in the army or in the military. But what is the purpose on that game? From what I get to see is just shoot people who are in uniform. I don't see them saving people or anything like that. I see a lot of seeking out, and find someone and shoot them and try your best not to shoot your teammate. Like, why? What's the point? What's the moral of that game? What do you learn from that game? You know, like in life, I think everything should have a moral to it. Everything. From you breathing to the wind blowing should have a meaning, have a moral to it. So what's the moral for these toys that these children are playing with and allowed to have and play with? Or even if they don't have it, but they desire it. Because there are a lot of kids who don't have certain toys, but they really desire to have it, whether it be a doll, a gun, a guitar, anything, any kind of toy, you know, that they desire but they don't have. Why do they desire that thing? Why do they prefer that toy? Why you think they prefer that toy? Uh, sorry, excuse me. Let's think. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm missing some of the types here. So Shan says, I think they should make clothes for the doll. They do. They do make clothes for the doll, but they also make dolls without the clothes. And most dolls they do have clothes on them when you buy them. But my thing is, the clothes, they come off. Shane, you weren't here earlier, and I was telling them that I'm not just speaking off of views or topics or whatever. And speaking of topic, this topic here was given to me. I've thought about this topic before, not necessarily to you know, go live with it or anything, but I've talked about it and I've thought about it before, you know. But someone um brought this topic up, and said, you know, I should do it as one of my LS. And I'm not sure if that person wants me to mention their name, so I'm just not, you know, and it's irrelevant of who it is. But the person, recommended that I do this LS, and it took me almost 2 weeks to come and do it. So I'm doing it now. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm not just speaking off of views or trying to come up with a topic so that I could get, you know, whatever. I'm also speaking on this topic from experience. And me, as someone who used to be a child, I remember how I was at my childhood. No, I don't remember everything, but I'm going to remember a lot. And I do remember a lot, you know. And I remember being a child, and I had toy guns, I had toy trucks, I had toy dolls. Or if I didn't specifically have the doll, like the Ken and Barbie dolls and the stuff like that, I knew someone who did have those toys. So when you with those kids, you play with their toys sometime and stuff like that. And me as a child, I was not the average child. Mentally, I thought a little bit older, you know. And when I realized that the clothes could come off of the doll, what do you think went through my mind when I saw the breasts and the nakedness down there and everything? And then I look at the guy and I say, well, how come the guy doesn't have anything? But like most children do, they use their imagination. And that's what I did. I used my imagination, and I imagined that toy, I'm sorry, look like my battery is about to die and I'm not even, yeah, so that toy, I would take that toy and have the two of them, the two toys, do adult things, do the dogo as a child. So if I was like that as a child, I can only but imagine that there are other children out there who do the same thing. I can only imagine that there are other children out there who do the same thing. Christy says, I prefer Minecraft. It's more on the creative side. True, 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 true. Minecraft is, I haven't played it, but I've heard about it and I've seen it, you know, and you have to be kind of be creative to play that game, you know. But yeah, Sean, like I was saying, I remember putting the dolls together to kiss and get on top of each other and all those things. I even remember being a child and would love to get picked up by women so that I could put my head on their chest and, you know, hold on to them. And they thought I was just being a kid. They thought I was, but in my mind, I'm thinking, oh man, I get to fill up this person, and oh man, this and oh man, that. In my mind, as a child, you know? So, Sean, you said trucks and cars are okay. Yeah, they're all right. They're good. They're good to have. Would be a good choice that I would rather choose for a child over the gun or the dolls. I would prefer get them a baseball set. I would prefer get them, a train set or something like that. You know. But Chrissy made a very good statement when she said Minecraft is a good game. Checkers is a good game. Chess is a good game. Connect Four is a good game. Games that make you wanna think. Even Monopoly is a good game. There are many, many, many games and toys out there for kids that can be played or given to. But why do the kids prefer those three that I mentioned? Why do most kids prefer those three that I mentioned? Or why do you think those kids prefer those? And excuse me, but I am very tired. Not getting much sleep lately. Life situations giving me a couple uppercuts and stuff like that. So kind of tired. So who else is in here with me? Okay, so Shan, you're still here. Oh, your service giving trouble. Oh, I think it might be everywhere. I think it might be everywhere too because mine been like buffering and freezing and all kind of stuff from the Facebook to the YouTube. I'm like, what the hell? I think there's a storm somewhere too. So that could be a part of it. But yeah, and like I said, even some of the cartoons that the kids are watching, it's ridiculous. It is crazy. the stuff that they have and the subliminal messages that they have. Them subliminal messages is crazy. Oh, rain or fall. Technology is becoming popular now, so people are creating all types of games. Chrissy, yes, that is right. They are creating all types of games, and there are. I feel safe saying there's millions of games that can be created where it's non-violent, where it's non-sexual. There's no hidden messages in those games. So why does the majority put out things that can be of such negative influence and stuff like that on people? Because there are many games that you can invent. Yours too, Chrissy? Wow. Wow. So what's yours doing? Is buffing, or is it just kicking you out of certain things? Mine, I could be watching a video on YouTube and it's buffing. It just start buffing. Just start buffing. Even here during this LS, a few times it went like it wanted to buff or act crazy. Move a little bit. Going in the shade, you know. Oh, it's freezing sometime. Kids prefer phones and tablets. Okay. And phones and tablets are they could be forms of toys, but they're mostly more of a device. So let's look at the games that are played on these phones and tablets. The games that they play, is it wise for them to be playing those games or have access to those games? man, this would happen, huh? Sorry. So who is in here with me? Sharon, you still here? I figured that. So is it me, you, and Chrissy? No, because it wouldn't count myself. This is me, I sweat, right? I know say hot. Yeah, hot, man. And it's not even hot, it's muggy. It's more muggy. Cause it's only like 69 degrees, but it's muggy. Chrissy, you still here? That's what I thought. Me, you, and Sharon, but why would it count myself? Because I'm seeing three. And occasionally I'll see four and then it'll go back to three or two. So, um, Shan, as a child, what kind of toys did you have playing with? Like, what kind of toys did you play with? You too, Chrissy. What kind of toys did you play with? Like for me, like I said, I played with. Yeah, laugh off of me. I played with toy trucks, baseball, basketballs. Um, I've played with dolls. I've played with guns. I've played electronic games. But back in my day, the games that we had was like Atari. You see, you young ones probably don't even know about those games, Atari and Nintendo, on those games. You know what I mean? And we played like Battleship and Invader and Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man and those type of games. You know, I played with this game where we call Bus Kite, where we're flying a kite and the goal is to cut the other person's kite string. You know, I've played with gig. I've played with some car tire and you have the stick and you drive out hell with the tire, you know, and the stick them and you run with the stick and the tire. And I've played marbles, even jump rope. I've done. But yeah, you, Shan, what kind of toys did you have as a child? And out of those toys that you had, or if you had the toys, like what toys did you didn't have, but you really always wanted, but they for whatever reason you never got? Christian said you play with dolls, toy cars, toy guns, chess, kites, and marbles. Okay. Um, you don't, Chrissy, you don't have to if you don't want to, but if you don't mind, would you say how old you are or what era you are? So if you're in your 20s, say you're 20, 30 something, say 30s, 40s, 50s. You don't have to give exact, but what age group are you in, Chrissy? And bless welcome to that fourth person who I see. I don't see who you are, but I see that you came on. So bless welcomes to you. And feel free to join the conversation. No one's view is wrong. The only wrong view that one could have is if you disrespect someone else's view. Just don't disrespect anyone else's view by stating your view. I don't think I have to tell any of you that, but I'm just doing it. You know, you're 14. Okay, I didn't know you were that young. I didn't know you were that young, but you're still a child. And when I say you're still a child, please don't think I'm like this disrespecting you or anything like that, or degrading you. But you're still a minor, if that sounds better. So you have a lot of growing to do and learning to do. You know what I mean? And so that's all I could really say about that, because you don't, well, do you? You don't have kids yet, right? You better not. No, but really, like, so out of the games that you did say, Chrissy, what toys did you prefer to play with? And like yeah, basically, because it doesn't matter if you're Christian or not. A child is a child. Like what games do you or did you prefer to play with? Tina Benson, bless welcome, sweetheart, bless welcome. Thank you so much for coming in. The topic today is what are your views on toy dolls, baby dolls, like the little babies that you change diapers, toy guns, the cartoons that the kids watch, the talk shows or the shows that kids watch and stuff like that. What are your views on those, like on the influences that those toys can have? And I also want to say I appreciate you for giving me that thumbs up. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray to you for that. And hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray for each and every one of you who came in and is part of this topic. It looks like everybody is starting to kind of roll in. I don't know, maybe some of you are on your lunch break or just a break, or you're just waking up, or I don't know what may be happening, but it looked like it might be going up a little bit. And now it looked like it might be going down a little bit. I guess that's how it go. Now, see, Chrissy, you are 14 years old and you say you like hide and seek. Chrissy, I didn't even know that they still play those games. They still play those games. Those are good games. Those are games that you have to be creative when hiding, even when finding, So, yeah, hide and seek is a good game. And I like that selection that you chose. I used to like to play hide and seek, you know? But there's a lot of people who play hide and seek with and they add their little twist into the game. If I find you, I get to tickle you. If I find you, I get to kiss you. If I find you, we get to whatever, whatever. You know, again, I'm not just making this up. I'm talking as an adult that was a child that played these games. Now, where did adding in those other things come from? It had to be from the dolls. And also the mindset maybe had a lot to do with it, you know. But I am so sorry. Hip hip hooray for angelic revelation. Hip hip hooray. Thank you for coming in. Thumbs up for me. I appreciate the thumbs up and a thumbs up for you as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming in. Thank you. I'm sorry I didn't see that. But you know this LS thing, a lot of times it has a delay. So please forgive me, and I hope you didn't type in and then I didn't acknowledge you and then you left. I hope you're still here, and I hope you feel free and comfortable with joining into this topic because I think it's a good topic, and it was given to me by it's a good friend. So Tina says the toys is just too much of kids nowadays. The toys is just too much of kids nowadays. I'm not fully understanding that. Who told you that, Chrissy? Chrissy, who told you that? You are a pro at hide and seek. Chrissy, you can't play hide and seek like me, and I'm older than you, but still, you can't play hide and seek like me. Watch. Let's play hide and seek. Can you see me? Can you see me? Don't mind me. I'm an idiot. I know. I know. I think it may have a lot to do with some of the toys I played with when I was a child. Shan says I used to like play hide and seek with my sister and brothers. Yeah, for real. I used to like play hide and seek with my sisters and brothers, and then the friends started to play hide and seek. And when the friends play hide and seek, I would choose other things to add into the hide and seek, and the hide and seek was really fun, you know. But you're laughing, Chrissy. Don't mind me. That's how I am. I'm just jokey. I'm sure by now you probably know I'm always joshing around like that, you know. Guys, you all are invited to my party on Friday, 8 p.m. Ouch, Europe time. God bless you all as you come. Tina, I would love to be there, 8 p.m. Europe time. What time would that be? Like for instance, right now it's 2:43 p.m. in the afternoon. So what time would it be where you are right now? Chrissy laugh. I like to make people laugh. I'm glad I made you laugh. With tears too, not just a regular laugh. God bless you. God bless you. So where are you, Chrissy? I'm in Connecticut, by the way, in USA, in Connecticut. So, Chrissy, out of the toys that you did play with, were there any toys that you always wanted but were not allowed to get? Like you had always had a desire from Barbados. Cool. And it's 240 there now? Wow. Okay. Wow. Yeah, so Christy, what toys did you always want that you never got the chance to get? Or are there any toys or games that you always wanted that you didn't get? And why did you want or why didn't you get? You know? 8:44 p.m. Tina. Okay. So I'm sorry, you gotta give me a minute. So you're like 5 hours ahead of us. I gotta count on my fingers. I am very extremely math illiterate. I hate math, always have. So I'm kind of like really slow when it comes to math. And no, I don't want any help for it. I still hate math. So 5 hours from us. So wait a minute. So it's 8:44 now. So Tina, so so Tina, basically kind of around this time is when you'll be having your party. All right, cool. Um, I hopefully we'll be able to stop by for a little while. I'm gonna write it down right now. So that would be like 2 o'clock maybe my time. Tina Benson. All right. No problem, Tina. No problem at all. Um, I don't like to pat myself on the back or anything, but I am an honest person and sincere person, and I want to stay in touch with you and stay in touch with others. It might be impossible to stay in touch with everyone, so that's why I kind of made it a point to start writing down people so I can know to go to them and check them out. Like Chrissy here, Chrissy has been my family for a good little while now, and I am guilty of not going over to Chrissy's channel, I think more than maybe 2 or 3 times, and go check out Chrissy's content and stuff like that, which is not good. And I like to practice what I preach. I'm not just gonna say do something or don't do something, and then I do it or I don't do it. Chrissy says I always wanted a big toy car I could fit in. I know the toy when I was younger, but it was too expensive, so I couldn't get it. Okay, well, Chrissy, it sounds like you have some good bringing up so far. And it sounds like you're a good kid, and most kids anyways, they are good. A lot of them are just wrongfully influenced or wrongfully, led or taught to do or behave in certain ways. But so far, Chrissy, you seem to be not in that category, you know, and it seems like maybe your parents did do a good job with raising you, because believe it or not, want it or not, you're getting up there in age. And I wish there was a way I could tell you to stay 14 years old, because I wish I was 14 years old right now. I so wish I was. I so wish I was, especially if I could be 14 with the knowledge that I know now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, for real, Tina, it's not easy to stay connected. It's really not. So that's why I kind of said, if I could write down the names of my family, meaning you guys and stuff like that, every time I go into this book, I'm going to run across someone who I say, I haven't been here in a while, or I haven't been there in a while. Let me go over here and let me go over there, because I'm all about elevation. Even if my channel doesn't grow, if I can help other people's channel grow, then fine. I'm not really, this may sound a little contradictory, but I'm not really in this YouTube thing for my channel to grow or get monetized or anything. I'm technically here to spread health awareness and to teach the healing grace of God. It's just because of the requirements of YT, I gotta do these LSs that I really don't want to do. I want to save my LSs for my health topics, so that people can, come in and participate and stuff like that. So Chrissy says, my dad got a bicycle for me instead when you was 4 years old. All right. Well, I've had the bicycles. I never had a car that I was able to sit in. I did want one, but I was never really big on having one. But I did want one. I never had one though. Yeah, those car toys are expensive. Those car toys are expensive. But I've had big wheels. You know, I think I had a scooter, like the one that you stand on with one leg and the other one you push off. I had one of those. Um, yeah, but I never had the toy car that I could sit in. I never had one of those. And I'm almost 2 hours. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. I am tired though. I do feel like taking a nap. Chrissy says, I also like flying my kite with my dad on Easter vacation. Oh, okay. I bet that's a moment that you won't forget. you know, and I think, Chrissy, you should cherish that moment because not many fathers are out there playing with their children. You know, my father, he never really played with us. Now, he was always, you know, in the household. It never like I live with my mother and my father lives over there, or I live with my father and my mother. It was always in the same household, you know. And he was always there financially. He was always there financially, but he never, you know, went to any of my school plays. He never, you know, really played with me with the little toys. He has wrestled with us, and he has, you know, played boxing with us, and sort of kind of taught me how to box because he used to box. You know, he used to box back in his day, and me f- from watching his tapes and or whatever, and him teaching me, you know, I always wanted to box, so I also got into the boxing, which led to karate and other things. You know, but I never had him to really play toys with me or play with toys with me like that. You know, so I tried as I got older to do things like that. Like me, I'll sit down and I'll have a tea party with a little girl. Even if the little child is not my daughter, I'll sit down and play Dolly Tea House with that little child. Drink the little tea and all of that. If the little skirt thing could fit me, I would even wear the little skirt thing just to play with them because a lot of kids need that. And those are things that can help build a child and you know, encourage a child. Okay, Tina, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Tina. Appreciate you for still sticking around. You know, it's not easy doing this, and then still you have your other life issues to deal with as well. That's also a hard thing, you know. So I appreciate you for taking out the time for even if you're not typing too much. I appreciate you taking out the time and being here and listening. You know, much love for that. Thank you. Thanks a lot, because there's a lot that I thought would be here and is not here. Or like, are there games or toys that you recommend parents not allow their kids to play? Chrissy, I guess you can't really. Well, no, you can participate in this question because you have parents. So, are there any games that your parents just won't get for you? And it's not that they can't afford it; they just won't get it for you. They just don't want you playing with those certain toys or those certain games. Are there any games that are like that? Chrissy says, me and my dad played fun games when you were younger, like hide and seek, you know, ball, toys, toy cars, and those things. Those times were fun. I know they were. I can only imagine, and I can only imagine because I don't. I don't have the chance to go back into childhood and be a child again, where my father can play with me. But he has never played with me with toys like that. You know, did he provide the toys? Yes, Yes, he did. Was he a good father? Yes. You know what did he give me a lot of beatings? Yes. But I deserved those beatings, and I thank God that I did get those beatings because I learned from them, you know? And again, I want to thank all of you for being here. I want to thank you all for being here because it's so many other channels or villages that you could have went to, but you chose to stop by here. So I appreciate you. God bless you for doing that. And if I am so sorry, guys, but if you guys are here and you don't have, whoever may be around, feel free to grab them. Feel free to grab that person and grind with them. Wait a minute, Chrissy. Yeah, I thought we were fam. Oh, you really, 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 really like you really like Minecraft. I don't know what just happened, but this is what I'm talking about. Sometimes it shuts off. I was trying to say, Ujunwa, blessed welcome and thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you coming in. Thank you. Feel free to join the topic. Um, and bless welcomes. Thank you for coming in. Well, Junwa, I'm doing pretty good. I'm blessed. Life issues have given me a couple of stomach punches and uppercuts, but I haven't fallen down as yet. I haven't dropped. I haven't been knocked out. I'm still going. But you know, I'm doing good. I'm doing good regardless. I'm doing good. How are you? How are you doing? Chrissy says, I only played Minecraft. My parents allowed me to play any games only if it's positive and doesn't affect my mental health. Chrissy, before you said that, I said, and you were here because I was talking to you, I said, you have good bringing up. I picked that right up. So that's really, really, really good. And hip, hip, hooray for your parents. Yeah. You should appreciate them and do your best to honor them. That's a blessing to know, Ojunwa. That's a blessing to know. So, Ojunwa, what are your views on the cartoons, the movies, the games, and the toys that the kids nowadays play with, or the parents nowadays get the kids to play with? Specifically talking toy guns, naked dolls, dolls that the clothes can come off and the doll is naked. Like, what's the point? Why? Or even baby dolls. You know, like, what are your views on those? What's your view on that topic? And for just for everyone who did come in, I'm gonna as a small little token of my appreciation, I'm gonna drop your links, you know, and give everyone a chance to go over and watch your thing. And most hosts, they suggest that you watch 2 to 3 minutes of a person's vid. I suggest you watch the whole vid. You know, watch the entire content. Do the thing fully. You know, so I'm gonna drop for each one who did come in. I'm gonna drop a link of that person, and I'm asking everyone to go over to that person and watch it. Even if you are family, watch it. Even if you watched it already, watch it again, please. Even if it's just to help them get those little views, you know. Um, let's each one elevate one. Yeah. So that first one I dropped is Chrissy. Your family is funny. Why would you say? Why you say that? Why you say your family is funny? Like the comedians, like they're funny, like, like me, like I'm always jokey, or what? So yeah, that link that I dropped is the link to Chrissy 27. I'm asking everyone who happens to be here, even if it's just one person, please just run over quickly and watch it. Do whatever you have to do. You know the rule. You know the drill. So do whatever it is, and leave a comment on the thing, and come back and let me know that you did so that I could drop someone else. But everybody who came in here, I'm gonna drop your link so that everyone can go over and watch, that content that I did drop of yours. And Chrissy says you love Christmas. What do you love about Christmas? Santa Claus? What part of Christmas do you love, Chrissy? So what about you, Junwa? If you're still here, um, what kind of toys did you play with, or what are your views on this?